Assalamualaikum. We are from group AP1266C and today we are going to present about approximate estimating in construction. And this is our group member. The first one is Muhammad Aiman Zakwan bin Shafani, Wesley Inen Anak Chungat, and lastly is me, Muhammad Arishafuddin bin Harifin. This is our content for our presentation. Number 1 is introduction. Number 2 is method of approximate estimating. Number 3 is advantages and limitation of approximate estimating. Number 4 is application to a provided project scenario. And lastly, number 5 is conclusion and recommendation.
Assalamualaikum and hi. So today I would like to talk about the definition and purpose of approximate estimating in construction. Approximate estimating in construction is a preliminary calculation to determine the probable cost of a project before detailed design or specification are available. The purpose for this estimating process is to help in initial project planning and budgeting, and also to aid in decision making for project feasibility. There are 4 importance of approximate estimates. One is a feasibility assessment, where it determines whether the project is economically viable. 2, resource planning, where it will guide early stage budgeting for material, labors, and etc. 3 is for stakeholder communication, where it helps secure initial approval of funding. And 4 is to save time and effort to avoid detailed planning uncertainty stage. For the methods of approximate estimating, there are 4 methods, which is unit, cubic, floor area, and story enclosure. For units, unit area estimates a project's cost by considering the number of units, where it involves rooms, beds, seats, and etc. For cubics, it estimates the cost of the construction by calculating the structure's volume and multiply by the rate per unit volume. For the floor area, it estimates the construction cost based on total built-up area of the building multiplied by rate per unit area. And for the story enclosure, it calculates the building's cost based on the total vertical surface area of walls and partitions multiplied by the standard rate per unit area. For the unit methods, the formula of approximate cost is number of unit times rate per unit. Take a construction of a hospital, for example. There are 100 units of bed required for one hospital, and the cost per one bed is 50,000 ringgit. So to approximate cost, for the unit method is 100 bed times 50,000 ringgit per one bed, where the answer will equals 5 million ringgit for the entire hospital's bed. Next is the cubic method. The formula of approximate cost is cubic content volume times rate per cubic unit. I will take a pitched roof, for example. Based on the pictures up there, we will calculate the volume of the building, which the answers will be 1,750 meter cube. Then we will need to calculate the total cost of the building, where the volume will be multiplied by cost per meter cube, which is, I will take for example 550 ringgit. Then I will multiply it with 1,750 meter cube, and I will get the answer 962,500 ringgit. Next is the floor area. For the floor area, the formula of approximate cost is total floor area times rate per unit area. I will take one residential building, for example, where the floor area is 1,200 meters square, and the price of rate per unit area is 2,000 ringgit per meter square. Then I will multiply both 1,200 meters square and 2,000 ringgit per meter square, and I will get the answer of 2,400,000 ringgit for the entire floor area. Next, I will talk about the story enclosure method. The formula of approximate cost is the number of unit times rate per unit. I will take the 3-story house building for example, where the dimensions for a floor is 20 meter length, 10 meter width, and 3 meter height. So the total volume and for the whole 3-story is 1,800 meters cube. And for the cost rate, one unit is 600 ringgit per meter cube. Then I will multiply 1,800 meter cube with 600 ringgit, and I will get the total estimated cost of 1,080,000 ringgit.
My part, I will talk about advantages and limitations of approximate estimate. There are 4 methods in this topic. Number 1 is unit method. Number 2 is floor area method. Number 3 is cubic method. And number 4 is story enclosure. Number 1, unit method. Advantages: simplicity, easy to understand and calculate with minimal data. Time efficient, quick assessment, thoroughly staged decision making. Limitation: generalized lacks accuracy due to the use of average rates. Excludes specifics. Does not consider detailed elements like finish, site development, and contingencies. Number 2, floor area method. Advantages: easy of use, quick and straightforward for early cost assessment. Standardized, consistent for comparing projects of similar nature. Limitation: generalized, does not account for variation in finishes, materials, or structure complexity. Exclusion: exclude external work like landscaping, parking, and roadway walls. Number 3 is cubic method. Advantages: precision for large structures. Accounts for the full 3D space of a building, including height variations. Useful for multi-store projects. Applicable to buildings where heights significantly impact costs. Limitation: complexity requires accurate measurement of all buildings' dimensions. Exclusion: does not include external development works like landscaping or roadways. Number 4 is story enclosure. Advantages: quick assessment, provide a fast way to estimate costs for multi-story buildings. Simplicity, easy to calculate with basic dimension. Limitation: limited detail, does not consider internal partition or finishes. Exclusion: exclude site development, foundation, and service.
Assalamualaikum. Today, I'm going to present about project scenario by using unit method. Project scenario, hypothetical. It is the construction of tuition center with a 6 classroom. Using a unit method, we estimate the cost based on the cost per classroom. The assumption: unit rate per classroom is Rm 132,000. It is a data based on the historical data from a similar tuition center, and the number of classroom is 6. So, the formula of the unit method is unit rate per classroom times with number of classroom. So Rm 132,000 times with 6, and the total is 792,000. That is the total of estimated project cost for tuition center. While the unit method is useful for early stage decision, but several factors affect the accuracy. Firstly is the location, higher logistic costs. Many construction materials such as steel, glass, tiles, and certain fittings are not manufactured locally in Sarawak and must be transported from Peninsular Malaysia or imported. In fact, this will increase the freight charges, port handling, and delivery time, all of which contribute to higher material costs. Effect on estimate: cost per square foot may be 5 to 10% higher than a similar project in West Malaysia. Secondly is inflation. Annual inflation in construction materials and labor can impact final costs. Between 2022 to 2025, Malaysia has experienced moderate inflation, 3 to 6 annually. And if construction is delayed or take place over of an extended time, a cost escalation allowance should be included, for example, 10%. Thirdly is material cost fluctuation. Price of cement, steel, and roofing material are volatile. Imported material like certain finishes or fittings may be affected by currency exchange rates. Fourthly is design and specification level. The RM220 per square foot rate assumes standard finishes and materials. If high-end finishes or additional M&E systems, such as air conditioning in every room and security system are required, the cost per square foot could increase to RM250 or more. Fifthly is site condition. If the land requires earthwork, piling, or has a difficult soil condition, additional costs will apply. Urban versus suburban location. Inner city project may face space and access constraint, affecting construction duration and logistic. And lastly is regulator and compliance costs. Local council fees, approval charges, and fire safety or education related requirements may add to costs. Compliance with Green Building Index, GBI, or Sustainable Design Standards will also impact costs.
There are two recommendations in this topic. Number one is use a combination of methods for cross verifications to improve the accuracy and reliability of cost estimates. By comparing results from different methods can identify inconsistencies, validate assumptions, and reduce the risk of error. Number two is utilize estimating software and digital tools. Adopt modern estimating software to enhance speeds, automate calculations, and improve estimate consistency through data integration. In conclusion, approximate estimating is a vital tool in the construction industry, especially during the early stages of a project when detailed information is limited. It helps stakeholders make informed decisions by providing quick and reasonable cost forecast using various methods such as unit method, cubic method, floor area method, and storage enclosure. Each method has its own advantages and limitations, and selecting the right one depends on the project scope and available data. Applying this method to real project scenario helps demonstrate their practical use and highlight the importance of considering external factors like location, inflation, and material costs to ensure estimate reliability.